Ethanol is a very volatile, clear liquid that can be used in alcohol, and it can also be used as fuel. It is produced by fermenting sugars that are produced by cornstarch. The history of ethanol. Ethanol has been around for quite some time. It was used for intoxication as early as 9,000 years ago by Neolithic people in China. Ethanol was first purified in 1796 by Johann Lausitz by filtering it through activated charcoal. In 1824, Samuel Morey invented an engine that ran on ethanol, and since 1840 it has been known to be used as fuel for lamps. Henry Ford's first Model T automobiles ran off this substance. You will often see E85 at local gas stations. E85 is a blend of gasoline and ethanol, where ethanol makes up 85% of the solution. E85 has been considered an alternative fuel by the United States Department of Energy since 2006. But is it really green energy? Using ethanol for car fuel definitely has its advantages, such as fewer tailpipe emissions, but the production of this substance is what you should be worried about. When the corn is gathered to produce ethanol, the machinery used to gather the corn uses a lot of gasoline, which is a fossil fuel that is non-renewable at the current rate at which we are using it. It definitely saves gasoline though, when you consider how many people would be using E85 instead of gas. But there's another impact ethanol has on the environment. Agricultural runoff. Agricultural runoff is when farmers use fertilizers and pesticides on their crops, corn in this case, and some of the fertilizers and pesticides seep into nearby water sources and pollute the water. This can have a large effect on local wildlife. Also, the plants at which the ethanol is processed factor in. The plants where ethanol is made run off of electricity, which is made by coal, another fossil fuel. Also, the production of ethanol uses a lot of fresh water, and we all know that we are running out of that, along with all the other fossil fuels used to produce this substance. Another argument that is commonly made against ethanol being used as a fuel for automobiles is that the corn being turned into ethanol could be used as food. As the world population is increasing, so are the demands for food. Many people who are living in poverty face starvation due to the scarcity of food. Food prices also rise when corn is processed into ethanol, making it harder for poverty-stricken people to have access to the proper nourishment they need to survive. The United States may be less energy dependent because of ethanol, and the use of it may cut back on emissions from motor vehicles, but the long-term effects ethanol has on the environment surely outweigh these benefits. Ethanol's use as car fuel has been slowly losing support in Congress, but I believe its own limitations will bring upon the halt of its production. Ethanol being used as fuel for cars is a temporary solution to a permanent problem. We should be striving to create new, renewable ways to fuel our everyday lives. I believe that soon fossil fuels and ethanol will be replaced by solar and wind power as fuel for future cars.